Welcome everyone into the virtual Talladega Superspeedway Thursday night, and PGR is back post Memorial Day weekend. The break is over, and tonight we decided here for the Craftsman Trucks Mini Championship Series finale. This will end the month of May, and only one champion will be crowned here tonight at Talladega. Ethan Eckert, for the most part, versus Nathan Harper for all the marbles here tonight. Daniel Faulkingham and a few other drivers are in tow, but they're going to have both of those drivers here tonight wreck and hope they can get to victory lane to close the gap in the points. This will be the last of 4 races here in May for the Trucks Championship Series. And next week, we turn the page to the next gen for 4 races of that mini championship series. Looking forward to tonight's race. All drivers now getting some warm-up laps in as we will go over tonight's starting grid here from Talladega Superspeedway. And rolling off tonight on row number 1, starting on the pole, Jackson Buys. And to his outside, starting in second tonight, it'll be Landon Bellicki. Rolling off on row number 2, it'll be Casey Sprinkle and Alex Hill, who makes his return here to PGR. Rolling off on row number 3 tonight, one of the most winning drivers in PGR history, Cody Nagels. And to his outside, it is the winningest driver here in PGR, Malik Ray. Rolling off on row number 4 tonight, Nathan Harper will battle Ethan Eckert for what most likely will be the championship here tonight. And to his outside, the number 92 of John Ward. Rolling off on row number 5 tonight, Jeff Merck. To his outside, it'll be Jacob Booth. Rolling off on row 6 tonight, it'll be the 8 of Chase Mastretta and Stephen Miles. Rolling off on row 7 here tonight, Matthew Patton and Justin Melikar. Rolling off on row number 8, it'll be Larry McDonald and David Flanagan. Rolling off on row number 9 here tonight, Gordon Spain and Carson Freeman. Rolling off on row 10, it'll be Miles Bagley and Hunter Hastings. Rolling off on row number 11 tonight, Max Steinda and Brian Hennings. Rolling off on row number 12, it'll be James Waring and Christopher Carter. Rolling off on row 13, it'll be Axel Smith and Jet Rashidi. Rolling off on row 14, Jude Rand and Evan Carlbon. Rolling off on row 15, Daniel Faulkingham and Michael Guest. Rolling off on row 16, Araki Boyd III, as he has not been here in quite some time. Good to see him in the field tonight. To his outside, the HendrickCars.com 7 of Freddie Bazinez. Rolling off on row 17, it'll be Ethan Eckert, who will start deep in the field as he battles with Nathan Harper tonight. To his outside, it'll be Dylan Jones. Starting on row 18, Trevin Ashronoff and Joshua McCullough. On row 19 tonight, Daniel Eberhardt III and Brock Westmoreland. Starting on row 20, the 39th and final driver on the grid, it'll be Tucker McClendon. As we go all the way up front here, as these drivers now on the backstretch, ready to take the green flag here for the first time tonight. Here is your race flyer for the evening as we battle 60 laps tonight, 45% fuel. Good old-fashioned Ron Morris Tuesday Night Thunder race here tonight to decide this mini championship series in the Craftsman trucks. 2 tire sets here tonight. 1 green-white checkered if we need them. And we'll go full payouts here on that list. We'll donate from the PGR fund to get that up to the 40 for the full field here tonight as Jackson buys Landon Velicky gets set to go green. And back from hiatus is Matthew Baker up here in the booth. He'll also be doing race control here tonight. Glad to have him back. Matthew, what are you looking for here for your return?
Oh, man, really excited to see some names come back here. That being Alex Hill, very excited to watch him come out here and race with Nightmare Esports and watch these trucks go around. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun, and word from that I've heard through it, Birdie, is he's now Jack Shack, so there might be some sparks flying here in tonight's race. The pace car heads off onto pit lane for the first time tonight. Jackson buys Landon Velicky will get us going here from Talladega. Green flag in the air. John Ward in the number 92 leads it here early, just ahead of Stephen Miles. Yellow flag out for the first time here tonight. And it looks like an incident farther back in the field. Larry McDonald off the track in the number 80. So Larry McDonald brings off the first caution. It looks like Dylan Jones as well as Jude Rand as well possibly involved. So we'll get a good look here. That brings out the first yellow flag of tonight's race. Remember, with 45% fuel tonight, I would expect these drivers on pit lane every chance they get. As we see Larry McDonald come around here, he will not hit pit lane. So we'll get a replay of that here momentarily. As we go through the scoring and timing here, goofing up just a little bit, but John Ward, your early leader. We saw Stephen Miles in that 51 Rowdy Bush paint scheme. And remember last week, the broadcast, heavy hearts, obviously, for Kyle Busch and his family. And we're still going to carry some of those images in the top right corner of your screen throughout the night. Last week, one of the toughest broadcasts for sure that I've had to do. And it's been a tough week, but we're ready to get back here racing tonight. And nice to see the 51 Rowdy paint scheme right there for Stephen Miles. And we'll stick up here with your leaders and see if they do come down pit lane. See Landon Velicky in the field here tonight. Back in the 6th position. Justin Melikar up here 3rd. So that's some big movers here to start tonight's race. If you look at the first 5 drivers, Ward, Miles, Melikar, Hastings, and Freeman. As here comes John Ward. He is going to come and bring that 92 machine right down pit lane here. First pit stops here of the night.
Yeah, it just looks like a mix-up between Larry McDonald, Dana Eberhardt. Kind of Eberhardt's avoiding Rocky Boyd on the top. As he's coming down, Larry Mack's coming up the track because there's someone on the apron. So Just unfortunate timing. Looks like netcode as well. Not much damage for all these trucks. Should be able to get fixed up and get back out there.
We'll go and look at that replay as it looks like Steven Miles is able to jump. Ooh, actually, it looks like Justin Melikar is able to jump both Steven Miles and John Ward. He'll lead off pit lane here. Let's go back to that incident here on the backstretch. As you see Larry McDonald in the 80 truck. See Malik Ray right there. He's underneath the yellow. He's going to have to fit back in. He does. And there's the incident with the 16 and Daniel Eberhardt, who gets nudged down the racetrack. So Larry McDonald just kind of in the wrong place, wrong time. He goes for a spin. Eberhardt's going to come down. Looks like he gets into Waring. I believe that's Mistretta as well, but it doesn't look like too much damage here for anybody. Mistretta is able to save it, as is James Waring. And these drivers able to drive off. So no harm, no foul here early. As Melikar now your leader. And remember, we are racing for a championship here tonight in the Craftsman Trucks Mini Championship Series. And last month it was Dylan Basin who won the ARCA Mini Championship Series. And tonight, most likely, will be either Ethan Eckert or Nathan Harper. And looking at those points coming into the race, Ethan Eckert has a 3-point lead coming into tonight's race over Nathan Harper. So de facto, who probably finishes ahead of who, depending on bonus points here tonight. But it could be close. That is for sure. Daniel Faulkingham coming in the third position. He's got 76 points. So Daniel Faulkingham, a good 25 points behind Ethan Eckert. And a good 22 points behind Nathan Harper. Behind him, it's Malik Ray. He's got 73 points in fourth. And Daniel Eberhardt, the third. He's in a battle tonight because he's in the fifth position with 68. Remember, it's top 5 pays for the Mini Championship Series. I mean, Max Dinda, John Ellis Jr., they're right behind Daniel Eberhardt with 67. Axel Smith not out of it. Neither is Dylan Jones, David Flanagan, and Matthew Lee, Brian Hennings, and a few others as well. So this could really come down to the wire here tonight for all these positions that pay out the extra money. And next week, we'll turn the page to the next gen, which I'm looking forward to watching as we race another Mini Championship Series, as the next gen will begin at Daytona, head to Atlanta, and then the race that we most anticipate on June 18th at Chicagoland. Before, it says Daytona, but I would think it's actually going to be Talladega to end the month of June. So we'll get that correction, and that's going to be an awesome slate of races right there in June in the next gen car. Ready to rack him back up here as Melikar now will get that lane choice. He'll pick the bottom here. Steven Miles to his outside. John Ward's been on the move, as is Hunter Hastings now up here into the top 4. Pace car will make that left-hander back onto pit lane. Early here in tonight's race. Second restart here of the night. Melikar and Miles bring us back here to the restart zone. Green flag back in the air.
Big jump on the bottom for Melikar. He's going to wait and hang it up to the high side and get rolling with Steven Miles. Everyone talking in the chat as usual. Justin Melikar doing a great job. First one to peek out of line 3 wide. That's Daniel Faulkingham in that number 7 Rowdy Bush scheme that looked so good on the track with Corey Day out there this past weekend.
Yeah, big surge here from the high lane. Melkar's going to take the lead here into turn 3. I'll tell you what, Stephen Miles all over his back bumper here as John Ward now a strong push from Alex Hill back here in PGR's field. Oh, it's somebody's a little bit loose farther back. I believe that's Nathan Harper.
That was Faulkingham again. He had a big save there in the middle. Big time save to the inside, able to keep that truck straight. They're rolling on the outside. Check that, rolling on the bottom. Alex Hill giving a good push to John Ward. John Ward was absent there for a little bit while I was sitting on race control, but as soon as I was out the door there for about a month, he came right back, and he's running up front. John Ward to the lead on the outside.
Yeah, Ward leads it there, and you saw Stephen Miles. He got in that sucker hole. He finds a spot down here on the bottom of the racetrack behind PGR's Brian Henningsen, the 74 machine tonight. Miles Bagley now leads that bottom lane. Hunter Hastings up the middle with Cody Nagels as Hastings in the Pringles 44 looking good early, up 18 positions, as is Miles Bagley. They're going to side draft here a little bit through the tri-oval, 3 wide at Talladega.
We'll make it 4 wide. Nathan Harper to the top side takes Miles. Oh man, who is that? Michael Guest there. 4 wide. He's stuck in the middle. 4 wide further back with Casey Sprinkle. Some unbelievable racing going on right now. But that middle line really surging with Nightmare Esports with Hunter Hastings and Cody Nagels in the middle. John Ward going to get clear to the high side. Jack Shack going to give him a big shot. 3 deep there on the top side.
Oh, wow, a big block down to the bottom side for Casey Sprinkle right in front of Bagley. Hastings goes up the side draft with Ward just a little bit. He's going to come back down as he gets it all together here. 3 wide off the corner. And, man, shades of Jimmy Crow's Friday night for a second there as PGR goes 4 wide here on a Thursday night. We stay 4 wide through the tri-oval.
Oh, man, 4 wide for the lead. Ward gets hung out. There goes Alex Hill. There goes Justin Mellicar on the high side. Nightmare in the middle. Casey Sprinkle on the bottom. Doing a great job holding his own. But, man, this racing is getting absolutely crazy up front. And Hastings going to go to the high side. Block up top for the Jack Shack. And Jeff Merck doing a great job pushing in the middle for Jack Shack as well. Cody Nagels kind of stuck in the middle. Stuck in a sandwich, if you will, of these Jack Shack drivers. Casey Sprinkle in the bottom. Jeff Merck all out of sorts there on the middle line. But here comes Hastings down to the bottom. That's going to give the advantage to the middle as Cody gets back up. I think everyone is running low on temps, and you're going to see people that haven't been managing their temps really fall off here on this high line as they stack up.
Yeah, John Ward going to siphon back just a little bit here. Here comes Brock Westmoreland. He's going to shoot the middle, 3 wide, 4 wide, a little bit farther back in this pack up here in the Goodyear blimp. That's Landon Velicky. He's going to get put 4 wide at the moment. There goes Max Dinda. And, man, how aggressive are these drivers here early? 10 laps in of 60 here tonight. And these guys are on the wheel tonight, putting on a show here in the early going. A ton of 4 wide racing. As Cody Nagels leads the red line Chevrolet here in the middle. Justin Mellicar still on the bottom. John Ward to the outside.
Oh, looking again. Oh, late block there on the high side. They're all going to wreck.
Yellow
big
flag.
Toward pit road as you see 4, 5, 6 cars. Max Dinda, he stopped there on the apron. Larry McDonald in the grass trying to get rolled through. That looks like it all started around where Eberhardt was pulling to the high side to make it 4 wide, and it looked like a late block.
We'll take a peek at this replay, and we kind of knew it was coming the way they were racing. We have not seen that much 4 wide in quite some time. Doing it pretty well as well throughout the entire field. But unfortunately, we are going to fall to our second caution flag here of the night. Keep an eye there, right behind John Ward. And that's where it's going to start. And a lot of drivers just know where to go. You're going to see a lot of trucks diving off on the pit lane. I believe Axel Smith's one of them. He had to go all the way down pit lane. Gordon Spain involved here. And we'll go back here in the chopper view. Which will give us a better vantage point of what happens here. That's Daniel Eberhardt right there, the 90 on the high side. He goes to make it 4 wide. And yeah, I mean, he just doesn't look like Spain was clear. He kind of just tunnel visions up the racetrack, gets into the 90. There's Matthew Patton. And man, a few of these drivers able to drive through. Wow, Landon Velke hard left to try to miss it. He's going to spin out here. I might save it, actually. Man, Larry McDonald involved again here. Jackson buys. That's Evan Carlbon. And others here as they come to pit lane. There goes Axel Smith down pit lane. So that brings out another caution flag as all these drivers now, leaders, back onto pit lane. So a second round of pit stops here tonight under yellow. Cody Nagels leads them off pit lane. Justin Melikar, Alex Hill, John Ward, Jeff Merck, your top 5. As Nathan Harper, 6th on the board at the moment. And remember, Nathan Harper running for the mini-series title here tonight with Ethan Eckert, who is back in the 24th position. And remember, Ethan Eckert started in the back of this field. Nathan Harper, much better starting spot. Will that matter here tonight? A lot of race left to decide it, but Nathan Harper, the early advantage.
You hit the nail on the head. It just looks like self-clear off the top from Gordon Spain there, so that'll be a DQ to him.
A tough break here tonight for Gordon Spain out of this race early. Strict rules here in PGR now with the first cause of caution as a DQ. Trying to clean up the racing here. A couple notes as well. Don't forget, Monday night, we start the chase for the Light Series Championship. Looking forward to that. That'll be the first time we've ever had a chase format in the playoffs. You can catch us back here Tuesday night for the Venom Truck Series. We were off this past week. I believe they were able to find a fill-in. It was Tommy Trax doing that. I believe a dirt announcer. So I actually have to go back and watch some of that. It'll be cool to hear him on that call. But I'll be back there with Tyler Vickery Tuesday night. And then obviously next Thursday we'll be at Daytona for the beginning of the Next Gen Mini Championship Series and the premier car of NASCAR. And cool evolution here in the last few months from the ARCA here to the Craftsman truck. And the Next Gen beginning next week. And still have to work on Q3 schedule, but don't forget, July will be the lead up to summer's biggest event, the PGR SummerSlam 499. As Malik Ray goes for an unprecedented three-peat. As he is the only owner of the championship belt. Remember, we did have a SummerSlam prior to that, but Malik Ray, first one with the championship belt a couple years ago. If he's able to win 3 in a row, I'll tell you what, that will never be replicated. It might never be replicated to win 2 in a row, but 3 in a row most likely will not be touched. Malik Ray in this field here tonight. Driver of the Junior Motorsports eNASCAR for their program in the Coke Series. Here he is in the number 1 Tint Solutions machine tonight. Another driver doing well here early, up 11 positions. Jude Rand, newer driver here to PGR. And the MPI Silverado tonight started 27th, back or all the way up to 16th. As he tries to pilot his machine up here into the positions tonight. Back up front, familiar face. Cody Nagels trying to get another PGR victory. As him and Justin Mellicar will lead us back to the green flag. As the second caution flag comes to an end here tonight. Cody Nagels gets to the restart zone, and we are back racing at Talladega.
Oh, not a good start on the top side for Cody Nagel. He's going to absolutely stack up the top side here. Justin Mellicar may get clear of the top. He doesn't. Ward goes to the outside. He's going to get left out. They're making fun of him on the radios right now. Mellicar going to roll on the bottom. There goes Rocky Boyd to the middle line. He's kind of blinking out, though. No one really shuffling.
No, he came back. That's unfortunate. Unfortunate there as...
Oh, what a save, though.
It was. Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. Seems like... unfortunate there. Technology issues for the 16 of Rocky Boyd. And... go back here and watch that. And yeah, just keep an eye. Actually, let's go back a little bit farther because there it is. Like, this is called a blink out right here because we don't even see him on the screen. Watch him reappear right there. He's already sideways when he reappears. Just unfortunate here, but for the most part, doesn't seem like too much. Brock Westmoreland maybe gets the worst of it. And yeah, everyone else does a really good job there. I mean, excellent job here when he did come back in. And apologies for some of the camera work. Hard to see, or hard to find him as he blinks out and reappears. He's going to reappear right here.
Yeah, if you go to the 89 at Trevor Osranoff, that's when he comes back basically onto his left side and into his left quarter panel.
And that's, I believe, Miles Bagley up at the top. Some new paint schemes as well. So hard to follow everyone here tonight, but nonetheless, it could have been a lot worse. And luckily for many of the drivers, it wasn't. We go back live here up front. As Mellicar leads Nagels. We'll take a quick break. Word from our sponsor here, live on PGR. Back here live at Talladega here on the front camera here of the driver in third, and that is Alex Hill. And Alex Hill was not really raced much here in the money racing community in the last year. I mean, at one point, he was one of the most dominant drivers here in PGR, and if you look at, you know, we don't really have the count for how many starts the drivers have on the record book, but I'll tell you what, for how many starts he has not had here in the last year and a half, he is still up there in the all-time record books at PGR. And if he had made as many starts as some of these other drivers here in the last year and a half, he'd be right near the top, as he is right now behind Justin Mellicar as well as now Max Dinda, who it looks like is your new leader in the Dude Wipes Toyota. But back to Alex Hill. It's great to see him back out here on the racetrack, and we'll see if he can contend here tonight. Nagels is falling back to fourth. Jeff Merck, fifth at the moment. And we'll go back up here and take a peek. Ethan Eckert back here in 21st. He's up 12 spots. But right now, Ethan Eckert not racing normally like you would see Ethan Eckert race. He's going to actually hit pit lane here. He wants that extra fuel. As we'll keep an eye, Nathan Harper still on the racetrack. So Ethan Eckert is definitely focused tonight on winning that championship. So racing, just like I said, a little bit different than normal. Not as aggressive here in the early going. Don't forget the champion takes home $225 extra. And if you parlay that with a spot in the top 7, it could be a pretty big payday, especially if you win the race here tonight as well. Second place goes, it's 150 to second. Third gets 100. Fourth place in the championship standings, 75. And fifth gets 50. But hypothetically here tonight, Ethan Eckert can win the race and make $230 and also $225 as the champion. So $455 if him and or Nathan Harper win tonight's race and win this championship.
Only one car down pit lane. He got turned in pit lane. That was Brock Westmoreland. He took the brunt of that damage when he turned Rocky Boyd after Rocky Boyd blinked back in. So probably the only one with the most significant amount of damage out here. A lot of things have been harmless spins, so truck's still surviving. Only one DQ. No real big damage for any other trucks that I see out here. Everyone on the lead lap besides Spain, who is DQ'd like we mentioned before. So 38 trucks going to be taking the green flag here.
Yeah, and Max Dinda, one of those trucks in that 48 Toyota. He's going to have Nagels, one of the best pushers here in this field, to his rear there, as Casey Sprinkle as well. Not sure what he's doing. He's having a little fun out there. But here we go. Another green flag about to come back in the air at Talladega. Ralph Van running here. Dinda with a good start here on the high side. As Nagels is going to have to get up there. Dinda's actually going to elect to go back to the bottom here and take that run with Melikar as well as Alex Hill. They'll have a choice to make here on exit. Is Nagels. He's going to generate some speed here with Casey Sprinkle. They go all the way to the top. Hunter Hastings in the middle. Who'll go with them? 3 wide down the backstretch.
Merck stuck in the sucker hole with Hastings. Check that though. The top line going to go down to the middle. That's Hunter Hastings, Casey Sprinkle with Miles Bagley behind him. Oh, they're going to get offset. It's going to get squirrely out of this corner. They're able to save it though. Casey doing a great job blocking because he knows Nightmare's lined up behind him. Cody Nagel's not the VC with Hunter Hastings, Miles Bagley, but they are going to be working together. They're the light drivers for Nightmare Esports. But a big, long line of trucks out back, and one of those is Ethan Eckert. Nathan Harper's up here in the mix. He wants to be out front and try and have that track position, but he's kind of handing himself some really unwanted risk. And Ethan Eckert wants no part of it because he wants to try and secure that championship.
Yeah, and like I said, not typical of Ethan. Oh, wow! Nathan Harper gets bumped to the... As we're on board with him, caution out. Nathan Harper's going to be okay, but farther back...
Back up front. Sorry to cut you off, but up front after the caution, Hunter Hastings gets turned.
I can't even keep up here with the camera work. Stuff going on all over the track. We had stuff there as we were on board with Nathan Harper as he saw him drive underneath the yellow and kind of bail there. Looks like the accident starts behind him. An accident in the back, now an accident in the front as well. Jacob Booth involved here. He comes back onto the track in the 19. And we're going to have a lot to dissect here as the 4th caution flag of the night is out. And keep an eye here. John Ward's in the middle. So he's getting pushed by Merck. Oh, he's going to push Merck up into Bagley. There goes Mellicar. And that's where I believe the wreck starts. There you see Nathan Harper. Wow, Merck gets some airtime there. As you see these trucks fanning out, keep an eye now in the front of this field with Hunter Hastings. Oh, and Alex Hill come together. So that is after the yellow flag is already out. Hill and Hastings tangle. Hastings. Oh, it looks like, oh, wow, Stephen Miles just gets through there. Let's get another look at this one from the chopper camera. There's just so much here to look at. As Merck, I don't know, it looked like John Ward was John Ward driving up the track. Hard to say. We'll get a word with race control. There's Bagley, Mellicar, Freeman involved. There goes Jeff Merck. He's going to get some airtime. And while all that is going on, Hunter Hastings going to get involved here with Alex Hill as he goes around. And that'll put us, like I said, under this caution. Daniel Faulkingham. Looks like he's going to cycle the front. We definitely have some bearing strategies here tonight now with the abundance of early cautions. As we'll get a word here from race control. Looks like
so
John Ward just kind of drove up the track.
Yeah, he said his said his daughter grabbed his wheel. It looked like he was going 4 wide. I have no reason not to believe him though. So, but that'll go on him. That'll be a DQ for John Ward.
Yeah, and we'll look at it again here. A lot closer up here. Hopefully this time for you to see at home. Keep an eye here. Yeah, it's a great push by Merck. Yeah, he'd have to definitely.
It looks like he was trying to go, either trying to go 4 wide, or like he said, his daughter grabbed his wheel, put it into the outside car. But if it was his daughter, now he gets to spend a little more time with her because he got DQ'd. So go enjoy that family time, Ward.
Yeah, unfortunate there. Jeff Merck may get some airtime. So on John Ward here tonight. John Ward will be DQ'd. He'll sit the rest of this race out. As you look high above here, the beautiful Talladega Superspeedway. And now PGR eSports as well. The Money Lap machine as well, EPI. That's Daniel Faulkingham here tonight in the lead. Don't forget Daniel Faulkingham, the first ever PGR 500 champion. And this past year, Wyatt Gray, the current and defending PGR 500 champion. Jude Rand, what a run so far. The number 10 machine all the way up front here. He'll start on the front row. To the inside here of Faulkingham. And Brock Westerland, who you talked about a little bit, getting into an accident earlier and get some damage fixed. He's going to shake things up and roll the dice here. So, like I said, some different strategies, thinking about how these cautions are falling. Brought some new drivers here to the front tonight. And put some farther back. And back to the championship battle.
Damage, though.
Yeah.
absolutely huge damage on the number 10 car there up front. So watch for this bottom line probably to get killed pretty early on this start. And the fortune's going to favor to the outside. Two teammates up top, Cody Nagels, Daniel Faulkingham, Max Dinda as well. So they're definitely going to roll there on the outside. But hopefully the guys on the bottom will recognize what's going on. Brock Westmoreland, Alex Hill been doing this a long time. I'm sure they'll get to the top as fast as they can.
Well, right now, Nathan Harper, he's been ahead of Ethan Eckert practically all night long. He's in around the 10th position at the moment. You see him right here. Ethan Eckert farther back, showing up in 18th. He has led a lap tonight, so he does have a bonus point. That could be massive depending on where these drivers finish. Ethan Eckert still methodically making his way through this field. Daniel Faulkingham will get the next crack at being your leader as the pace car makes the hard left here onto pit lane. Faulkingham and Jude Rand will take the green flag. Nagels, Westmoreland, Dinah will round out your top 5. Flagman gets that green flag. He's waving it now. Green flag back in the air.
Big jump on the outside for Faulkingham in that number 7 machine. The bottom, like we talked about, gonna really lose some position. Great move by Brock Westmoreland to split him out to the middle and try and get this bottom side rolling quicker than what it would have.
Yeah, a big surge here on the high lane. And you put Faulkingham with Nagels. Now Max Dinda, who's been coming on of late as well in the 48. Might not have the finishes to show it, but Dinda capable tonight of going to victory lane himself. And the always steady, it is Dylan Jones. And you knew he would eventually make his way to the front, as he always does. As he's getting a huge run on the outside with Harper. They're going to go up the track to block the lane. Alex Hill is going to shoot the middle with Melikar. Side by side with Westmoreland and Henning's teammates there on the bottom. And we have some 3 wide action heading into turn 1.
Big push in the middle there from Justin Melikar, but the outside going to get the way bigger push. Look like a lane change for the start-finish line for Matt Patton. He will get a black flag drive-through, but Axel Smith doing a great job. Oh, not Axel Smith. Oh, my goodness. My scoring's all messed up. There we go. Daniel Faulkingham doing a great job on the outside with Max Dinda pushing Cody Nagels. Topside really favored here as they get through 3 and 4 here. Patton going to get down to the bottom. He's going to serve his drive-through. But Daniel Faulkingham doing a great job as they go 4 wide here through the tri-oval.
Yeah, back to 4 wide. We saw it earlier. They made it work for quite a while. We'll see if they can make it work again. Casey Sprinkle all the way to the fence here in turn number 1. And look at this right now. Landon Veliky, Hunter Hastings, Jude Rand, 4 trucks there on the outside lane. There goes, I believe, Dylan Jones, Daniel Faulkingham, Alex Hill. One's going to brush the wall. It's Landon Veliky.
Man, great racing. Sprinkle goes from the top to the second middle line on that 3rd line of this 4 wide racing. He's going to go from 3rd to 2nd line, back to the 3rd. The 2nd line looking like it really... Oh, Casey Sprinkle almost gets turned. Offset push there from Bagley, or sorry, from Eberhardt. Bagley was in the back of him. Nothing that Eberhardt really could do there. Great racing up front, but the top really favored here. This track temp has proven to be really, really conducive for 4 wide racing. It's slippery. They're sliding all over the place, and it's just some fun racing here in these trucks.
Yeah, it really is. This is going to be a great view. Wow, the 03, I believe that's... God, it's hard to see some of these names here tonight. All over the place in the Busch Light machine. Man, Rocky Boy trying to get back in it. We stayed 4 wide. Sprinkle. Oh, God. Eberhardt and him nearly come together. Alex Hill, he's going to try to fit in front of Westmoreland. A big stack up on the bottom. Sprinkle back down the side draft. What action we have here on Thursday night. 4 wide. Bazin has a part of this as well. Daniel Eberhardt. Man, what racing we have. This is, I did not expect it. And these drivers been doing it pretty well so far tonight.
Still 4 wide all over the place, trying to get a block from Miles Bagley. Not going to happen. Casey Sprinkle going to the outside. Max Dinda, Cody Nagels, with Nathan Harper
blink
leading up
outs.
front. That's going to shuffle up the standings. Ethan Eckert all the way to the back here. He does have that lap lead like we talked about, but now you have a lap lead from Nathan Harper. That cancels out the points there. Now Nathan Harper just wants to get these laps led. If he gets these laps led, most laps led, he's going to get another bonus, and trying to stay and keep his nose clean and have a 0x finish. But he's doing a great job up front here, trying to bid for that championship.
Yeah, and you know what? So is another guy, the 39 of Daniel Faulkingham. He's putting himself in position. And with Ethan Eckert being as far back as he can, we know it's still early, but Nathan Harper, God forbid he spins here from the lead, and you know it could be late in this race. If Ethan Eckert's still back there, you can't count out the 39 just yet of Daniel Faulkingham. Long way to go here, but at least he's given himself a chance by being up in the front. Obviously knows right now with Nathan Harper out front there's no chance, but we've seen plenty of drivers before be out front on the last lap and not finish the race. So we'll see how this all shapes out here tonight. Eckert is definitely playing it safe, but he can't play safe forever. As Cody Nagel's up the third, dying to fourth. Astronaut 30 spots up from the start in his Dodge Ram, up to fourth now.
Got about 6 people bidding for 5 spots for the championship. Barring anything, John Ellis is not here tonight. Neither is Matthew Lee. So those two are basically out. David Flanagan's bidding for a spot, but he's a couple points back. Axel Smith as well. But Eberhardt, Malik Ray, Max Deinbell, all vying for those 4th, 5th spots, and they are 4, 5, 6 in the standings. Daniel Faulkingham leading all of them, and he is leading this top lane, pushing Nathan Harper, trying to get him to a championship, who's just 3 points back from Ethan Eckert.
And speaking of Ethan Eckert, he is mired back here in 32nd position as he continues to really just bide his time. He's racing a different race here tonight with the championship on the line. We've seen this way work before. We've also seen it not work. We've seen that in real life as well. You could ride around all day at Talladega. It could play to your benefit, but you could also be caught in it because you just never know where danger lurks. Ethan Eckert still here in the back with Malik Ray and Axel Smith. We'll look for him to make a move here past the halfway point now. On our way to lap 60 tonight, it is all Daniel Faulkingham and Ethan Harper up front.
Eberhardt with the push. Rocky Boyd pushing 3 deep there on the bottom, doing a great job. Trying to get this bottom side rolling, but Harper trying to keep his truck clean. He's up front. He's got the track position and the points he needs to secure this championship. Faulkingham doing a great job here on the bottom side to try and track down Ethan Eckert. Like we said, he's running his own race. He's trying to get to that pit stop, and he's playing it very safe. I'm impressed by him. You know, he usually it doesn't matter the situation. He wants to try and be up front. So he's trying to make moves up there, but he's keeping his truck clean. It just shows that he's maturing as a driver and maturing as a person. And oh man, big on the outside wall. Jacob Booth gonna go around. Rocky Boyd around.
Yeah, and Jacob Booth, we're here with him now, and Nathan Harper looks like he was able to drive off and not get involved in that. And I was just gonna say, I mean, Nathan Harper's really putting himself in the hornet's nest all night long. He's been around a couple of these incidents, but yet again, he does not get involved. Keep an eye here on Ethan Eckert. It looks like Ethan Eckert is okay as well. This is going to happen in front of him, but he's got that buffer there as we go back here. And you said Jacob Booth involved, as was Rocky Boyd. And we'll go back here and watch what happens here to bring out another yellow flag here tonight. Ooh, oh yeah, Booth's going to tangle with Josh McCullough here. Let's go back. Sorry about that. Well, here comes the 05, the back bumper of the 19 machine. He's going to offset slightly. It looks like they're square for the most part. Josh is actually going to make a move to go outside, and Booth doesn't want anything to do with it. He's actually going to block the run of McCullough. I believe this is going the 19 of Jacob Booth. That might end his night, and that's going to ultimately bring out this caution with Rocky Boyd. Rocky Boyd's having a tough go tonight. He's had a drive from the back, or he was in the front, went to the back to the front again. Looks like he's going to take some left side front damage there, but I think he'll be able to repair the 16 machine and get back out there. A couple of other trucks as well go for a spin. Tucker McClendon and the 26. Man, Mistretta's been around everything tonight as well.
Yeah, he really has. Ever since he got his win, I mean, he has just had some of the worst luck out here. So hopefully it'll turn around for him. But Jack Shack has been pretty quiet besides Justin Melikar, who was up front early. He's mired back in about 18th place now, as they're going to come down here to pit road, see what the strategy is as we come down pit road. I would bet everyone comes down here tops off with only 45% fuel here in the tank.
And here we go down pit lane.
Oh! Big time spin. Looks like Dylan Jones trying to get down into his box. Casey Sprinkle was to his inside and just wouldn't let him go.
And that's going to happen farther back. We're up here with Landon Bellicky, who's in his box. We see some drivers. It's Casey Sprinkle. He's getting some right side tires. Landon Bellicky's off. He looks like he'll win the race off pit lane. Here comes the rest of the drivers. Fifth caution flag here now as we're just past the halfway point, and not really all the fault of the drivers here tonight. A racing incident. We had a technology incident. Stuff you can't control, unfortunately. There, obviously, Jacob Booth up the track into Josh McCullough. As Landon Velicky now cycles up to the lead in the 62. And a guy all the way up to third now. It's Brian Hennings. He is up quite a bit here so far tonight. We'll see if we can dial up the PGR Apex driver of the 74. It's the V-Speed PGR Dodge Ram of Brian Hennings. You got a copy.
What's going on, boss man?
Man, well, it's a eventful night. We've had, it looks like, you know, had one guy blinking out, brought up a caution, and, you know, we had a racing incident, a couple at faults tonight, but the racing, when we're green, has been great. We've seen a lot of four-wide racing. How's it feel out there in the cockpit tonight?
I mean, that last run was pretty nice. Yeah, this four-wide stuff was fun. I mean, we've been pacing 14 out of the 33 laps. Hopefully that gets a little better for the people at home watching. But yeah, it's been fun.
Well, it looks like fun here tonight. Obviously, now you find yourself in the front of this field. A couple good runs right now. You got Brock Westmoreland not too far behind, as well as a teammate. But obviously, you got a couple drivers tonight trying to, you know, fight for a championship. Obviously, the last race here of the month of May in the Craftsman truck as we turn the page next week in the next gen. Well, what's it going to take tonight, you think, to get that V-Speed machine to victory lane and get that big win here in PGR?
Survival, just be in the right place at the right time, and try to put your truck where it needs to be, and hope that when the wreck and the smoke clears, you're there.
Well, hopefully it's not the PGR that you're used to, the pay get wrecked, man. One of the funniest memos of payments I receive weekly, and you're deserving of it tonight. We'll see if you can get that 74 to victory lane. Always a huge supporter here at PGR. We appreciate you joining us tonight.
Still some of the best racing that part of it, man. It's great. Thanks.
Brian Hennings. All right, there he'll start on the front row. And he has always been really good here in PGR. And we'll try to get back to victory lane as he'll restart on the front row here with Velicky, Nagels, as Jackson buys Brock Westermo in your top 5. We'll see if we can get back to some of that 4-wide racing. See if we can get a green flag stop here before the end of tonight's race. Talladega. Stage is set for the finale here as we get closer and closer to the checkered flag of this mini championship series in the Craftsman truck. Pace car will head to pit lane as Veliky Hennings now will lead us back to the green flag here. And into the restart zone. Green flag is in the air. And you see a big train of trucks here on the bottom of the racetrack. That means a lot of trucks double pitting for that extra fuel. 26 laps to go. Fuel's going to have to be on these minds of these drivers as they get closer and closer to making what could possibly be a money stop here tonight in the window.
Topside gonna roll here. Cody Nagelsland and Veliky, good buddies here off the track, gonna roll here. Maybe go down to the middle line. They don't. Cody's trying to protect his right rear. And Veliky's going to lose a lot of track position there on the bottom as they just keep rolling. Jackson Byes clears. Daniel Faulkingham clears. Jeff Merck clears. Top 4 on the bottom side clear to this middle and top line. But they're just going to keep rolling here.
Yeah, why not? Hennings, leader out front. We talked to him. He's got a chance here tonight. These 4 out front, 3 wide behind him. Something you normally don't see here. Pretty cool to see it. As Veliky, man, he leads the middle. Nagels on top. And here comes the 36 machine on the bottom. Man, some crazy 3-wide racing here.
3 wide, 4 wide. Now Jackson Byes going to pull out of the line. That's going to pull this entire pack back to this front 4. If I was Jackson Byes, I would have tried and kept my temps here, but he doesn't. Merck going to let Byes back in line here as Faulkingham going to give a push to Brian Hennings. They're still doing a great job here, these 4, trying to separate themselves from the pack here, stay away from trouble, stay away from the chaos that's going to ensue here. As you know, the laps tick down as you see Brock Westmoreland down into 1 car there on the inside. That's Stephen Miles.
Yeah, and I don't remember exactly. It's been a while since I've been behind the wheel of one of these Craftsman trucks with 45% fuel. I remember, 14-ish laps. I could be off by 1 or 2, but I just wonder if some of these drivers may be farther back, saving a little bit of fuel, make this a one-stop race here. But maybe it was going to be anyways, but I wonder if fuel's still on the mind of some of these drivers here that aren't pushing it too much here in the start of this race.
Oh, huge block to the middle. Sorry to cut you off. Cody Nagels going to have to bail out there. Jeff Merck trying to look to the outside. He's going to protect himself. There goes Cody Nagels to the bottom, hangs out Hennings. Now Hennings going to drop in line. Dinah gonna go to the middle here, and he's gonna get hung out, but that's all a product of watching where the teams are. You see Guest, you see Falcon. Oh, just one off there on the inside, but you see, oh, there they go. In turn 1, huge wreck.
Miles Bagley to the outside fence. Hunter Hastings involved, but Bagley gets the grunt of this one as the 87 comes to a stop here on the apron. He's actually gonna be able to get it going here through the grass. Carson Freeman, a big one for him as well, as both these drivers get a lot of damage here as the caution flies for the 6th time here tonight. And wow, let's keep an eye on this one. This one was a big one here. All out of sorts here on the top. Looks like a big stack up with Astronaut stacks up. I think that's why Hastings gets into McCullough. Comes down the track, gets into Bagley as well as Melikar. There goes Westmoreland. He might survive this one. Carson Freeman is there on the bottom. He was just trying to save it. Nowhere to go there. He's going to snap loose. And there you see Ooh, wow, Larry McDonald up and into Hunter Hastings. Dylan Jones goes around as well. Let's go back here. Just keep an eye here. Just a huge hit. This is real time here. Watch Miles Bagley. just kind of bumper cars from there. Well, another caution flag. And Bazinez, your new leader, Jeff Merck up front. Buys, Nagels, Malik Ray. We have not talked much about him tonight. And he's come on late. Nathan Harper is in the 9th position. And Ethan Eckert treading water still. And the 18th, he's coming. He's got his sights set on Harper. And, you know, sooner than later with these laps ticking down, Ethan Eckert, 12, will be making his move to the front.
I mean, he was right around the wreck, too. He was right there with Brock Westmoreland, who kind of came down on him middle of 4. More of a racing deal than anything. You had Chase and Carson Freeman on the apron, and Ethan's just giving you room, Brock really not knowing that they are 4 wide from the apron. And then you had Josh McCullough, huge stack up on the top lane, sent him down. So just a racing deal all around. Unfortunate for sure.
Well, everyone's going to come down to pit lane. You really don't have a choice here at this junction. As Jackson Bice gets into his stall here. We'll see who wins the race off pit road. Ooh, Jackson Bice. Malik Race. Ooh, is Malik Ray going to get it? Second off Bazinez there. Yeah, wow. So, look, ooh, Rocky Boyd, I think he stays out. He might cycle up as your leader. Malik Ray, he might actually beat Bice out. It was a great race off pit lane. Let's go back there and actually watch that replay. These 3 right here. Keep an eye on this race. Off pit lane. I mean, you see Bice, and we'll go slow motion here. Bice has that first pit stall. All he has to do is go straight, but watch how much speed Malik Ray is just going to get here. And that's the difference there, pro. He's going to be more used to this. Great pit exit here. He knows how to push it. So he beats out Bazinez. Bice wins the race off pit lane. But right now, I believe Rocky Boyd is going to be in the front of this pack. So getting late here tonight, we'll see where Rocky Boyd has a different plan for the 16. He's going to take the track position game here. And knowing, I believe, that everyone has to stop, from my calculations, to get to the end. Keep in mind that we might see some drivers peel off as soon as the window opens. You got to keep in mind you do have one green-white checker if we get there, but for the most part, this could really change the game here because we could get green flag stops if these drivers do, in fact, need to top off with fuel to make it to the end tonight.
Gonna get kind of confusing here. Freddie Bazinez running the same paint scheme as Daniel Faulkingham, so get those 2 up close. And you're not going to tell the difference. Malik Ray, a little bit easier to tell. He's got the lighter blue, the normal Ricky Hendrick blue, HendrickCars.com Chevrolet number 7. Man, but I do love that patriotic red, white, and blue. I know it was unfortunate that Kyle Busch couldn't race it, but man, that is one of the best looking schemes I saw out there. The 5 on Sunday, the 88 and the 17 on Saturday. Just one of the prettiest schemes that Hendrick could come up with.
Yeah, it really was a great shot of it right there for Bazinez. Gonna restart here in the top 4. It'll start here behind Jackson Bice on the top. As Harper pulling into the 6th spot at the moment, and all the way down in the pack is Ethan Eckert, 14th position. It's going to be a good one here tonight in the closing laps between these two.
And I'm looking at the incident counts over these past 3 races. Ethan Eckert, very, very impressive. Only 29 incidents to Nathan Harper's 42, Falk's 46. I mean, just uncharacteristic of him to not be involved in the wrecks, to not be around the wrecks. Just doing a great job of keeping his truck clean this entire month, and it's really paid dividends, as told by him being in first place. There's a green flag gonna fly. Rocky Boyd had control of that restart. He is on the bottom side. Watch for him to jump to the top here. I don't think he will, though, trying to pull Malik Ray along the bottom.
Yeah, well, these mini championship series, an idea by you, a great idea at that, is aimed to obviously improve the racing a little bit, obviously, because the drivers have to think about points position. It has for Ethan Eckert, hasn't for some. Obviously, some are, kind of get out of the points quick and obviously just out there racing for the cash positions, but it does change the mentality and driving style for, ooh, wow, Malik Ray. They're going to leave Rocky Boyd out to dry. He's going to be in a 4th lane all by himself as Ray to the lead for the first time tonight. On the front bumper there of Jackson Buys.
Almost went 5 wide, back to 4 wide. These guys are talking smack on the race right now. Malik Ray doing a great job on the top side, making his name known here, as he always does in these super speedway races. But we're inside 20 to go. He wants to be up front. He's got his teammates up front. He's got Guest. He's got Baznez. He's got Buys and himself there on the top side. But Baznez going to get left to the middle. Here comes Ethan Eckert. He hears the fat lady starting to sing. He's going to take Rocky Boyd to the outside 4 wide with him. Jackson Buys going to jump to the top. We're going to be 3 wide, make it 4 wide, trying to get to the lead there on the outside lane is Ethan Eckert.
Yeah, while Nathan Harper gets a crazy side draft here for the one of Malik Ray. He leads the bottom lane, but Ethan Eckert on the move for the first time tonight, up to 7th, looking for more, right in front of Rocky Boyd. Brian Henning's got to pick his spot. He does, right in front of Ethan Eckert here. But Ethan Eckert now has put himself into contention for this championship, now ahead for the first time tonight of Nathan Harper. 4 wide is Harper with Alex Hill all the way to the top lane as we come off turn 2. Jackson Buys leads down the backstretch.
And now the points have completely swung. Ethan Eckert, 4th on the top, 4th place. Nathan Harper on the bottom, 2nd on the bottom with his teammate in front of him, Malik Ray now in front. Now he's 4th in line on the bottom going to surge back. Everything happens quick here at Talladega. It may be 2.66 miles, but things are happening fast in front of your face the whole time. That's why we call these guys some of the best racers on iRacing. They react quick for 2 miles, and they can do it from the drop of the green flag all the way to the white flag. These are some of the best racers you'll see out here. As you see the double tandem of the 7s, Freddie Baznez and Malik Ray trying to jump to the bottom side with Alex Hill trying to follow.
Well, Alex Hill is going to follow. Here comes Dylan Jones as well. Speed matches speed here on the bottom. Buys still pulling. Michael Gesto here on the top. With 3 wide farther at Casey Sprinkle up the middle. 45 laps in of 60. 15 laps to go. Malik Ray, your leader. 6 caution flags here tonight. 12 lead changes. We're going to have some more. Don't go anywhere. It's still heating up here on the racetrack.
Oh my goodness, big block to the top, but it's his teammate going to cut him a break. Jackson Buys on the outside with Malik Ray. Josh McCullough looking for a spot to go. Ethan Eckert drops down to the bottom behind Bazinez. There goes Carl Bond to the middle. Jack Shack trying to make a little noise with Alex Hill there, 2nd in line on the bottom. No place to go. Watch for this middle line to jump back up to the top. They do not yet. They'll extend out here. Here goes Carl Bond to the bottom. He's lined up with his teammate now. Just chess pieces being moved. That's what the super speedway racing is. It's a 200-mile-an-hour chess game that happens from the drop of the green flag. And some of the... Oh, man! Meeting of the minds there in the middle. Justin Melikar, big save by Ethan Eckert on the bottom side. Great job by Melikar, Faulkingham, and Ethan Eckert to keep their cars around. And now the battle for the championship heats up. There goes pit stops. Dylan Jones, Daniel Eberhardt, Axel Smith, all coming down pit road.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about. We were going to see these drivers come in the window. In the window is right now with 14 laps to go. Ethan Eckert leads Nathan Harper by a few positions on the racetrack. Harper can see Ethan Eckert, or if he's looking by Nagels and looking by Freeman, he's a few trucks in front of him right now. It's going to be a battle all the way to the end between these two. And right now it's a battle to get to the bottom for a lot of these trucks there in the middle lane. Brian Hennings, a huge surge here to the front, even with Malik Ray. Can he clear to the bottom?
I mean, everyone to the bottom of the track. I would expect everyone to come down here for pit stops. There goes the Malik Ray gang. There goes Jack Shack. There goes the Faulkingham crew. Nightmare as well. Rocky Boy to the inside wall. They're going to all stack up. Big time wreck. It's going to be a caution.
Caution flag out. And this will be interesting here as Hennings, Patton, Westmoreland, McCullough, Chris Carter, I believe James Waring, and a few drivers stay out. And it's all going to come down to, and apologies here for the camera work, it's really going to come down to when the pit lane was closed due to the caution flag.
I waited until everyone got into pit road there to throw the caution. It was only 2 cars involved until one more car got spun there on pit road, and that was Nathan Harper. Your 2 championship leaders got spun around on pit road. I mean, I cannot believe that just happened.
And yep, there goes Ethan Eckert. Gets hit by, I believe, Carl Bond. Goes up into Freeman. Nathan Harper right there as well. And just chaos coming to pit lane. I mean, that is a ton of cars here. Go watch this pit entry again. I mean, this is real time. Watch this. Carson Freeman Boyd just cannot catch a break tonight. Ethan Eckert, we saw involved. Nathan Harper, he might have got the worst between him and Ethan Eckert. He got hit pretty hard. Matthew Baker said he did not throw the yellow until they were all past the entry mark there. So we'll go back live here. And I believe your leaders are going to have to come down pit lane, and Patton and Hennings, Westmoreland, McCullough, Carter, and Waring. I mean, they are got to be distraught here. As they're going to end up, I believe, losing the lead here. So 7th caution flag of the night, but for as high of a count that is, we've obviously had a blink out. We've had a couple racing incidents tonight. The racing has been phenomenal, and here come the drivers who had yet to come to pit lane, and that is not going to help them at all here. So they're going to go to the back of the main pack. Here is Daniel Eberhardt. It's showing, at least on my screen, that Daniel Eberhardt in the 90 is going to cycle to the front of this pack. And what was crazy to me, I believe the last race a week ago, Eberhardt, a podium finisher in PGR, and that was his first podium here of 2026, which is hard to believe for how many laps he's run up in the front of these fields. And that just goes to show how talented he is, but how much bad luck the 90 has had this year. Axel Smith now is up to second, Dylan Jones third. Malik Ray and Daniel Faulkingham round out your top 5. If you look at the top 3 guys in this race, Eberhardt, look at this. Watch this. Eberhardt started back in, I believe, the 37th position out of 39 drivers at the end of the field. He's now in first. Look at second place. Axel Smith started 25th. He's now up to second. And go back to third. That'd be your current podium right now. Dylan Jones, who started 34th, up to third. And you could even talk Daniel Faulkingham, who started 29th tonight, up to 5th. So 4 of the 5 drivers here in this top 5 have made up a ton of ground tonight to put themselves in contention late in this race here to end the month of May for PGR eSports Intimidator Superspeedway Series. Don't forget, this is the Craftsman Trucks Mini Championship Series as it all comes to an end here tonight. And speaking of that, let's go find him. Nathan Harper in 16th at the moment. And Ethan Eckert back in 23rd. So 7 positions separate your title contenders. And I'll tell you what, with Daniel Faulkingham knocking on the door and these two mired back in traffic, gonna be tough, but you just never know, and that's why we race it out.
Never know. You never know, man. They could be back to the front in 2 laps, or they could be wheel damage. You're done for the day. So, man, I was excited to see how that pit stop played out. I was surprised everyone reacted to Eberhard, Jones, and Axel Smith coming down. But man, played out in those three's favor. They bided their time. They knew that they needed to get to the pit stop as soon as they did it. They hit the pit stop as well as they could have. And man, they are up front controlling their own destiny. They got teammates all around them, but they're about to have some fun here up front.
Yeah, and I was looking at the lap, and I was like thinking to myself, hey, if this gets, ran out, and then we get a late caution with 2 to 3 to go, would they be able to make the green-white checkered? Obviously, they thought they could, or they thought of the potential of another yellow, because they were the first ones in. Obviously, it benefits them here. I'm always a big advocate here in these races, these money races, and trying to get the pit lane as soon as you can, as long as you're in that window, to avoid any catastrophe, which happened there, especially to Brian Hennings and company. Those drivers were trying to go one more lap, and that ends up costing them the lead. And if you go look through the standings here, Brian Hennings back to 18th. So, from leading the race back to 18th with the way the caution fell. But Eberhard, the benefactor of that, as is Axel Smith. He'll start on the front row, and wow, look at that. Dylan Jones, his teammate, right behind him on the bottom. These two had a chance a few weeks ago. They were together coming out of turn 4, and for some reason, for how often and long they've worked together, they had a little bit of trouble working together and did not get the job done that night. But they have another shot at it tonight. Peak viewers here on a Thursday night for PGR. Pace car to pit lane for what could be the last time we shall see. Eberhard, Smith, gonna lead us back to the green flag. Fans on their feet to the restart zone. We're back racing at Talladega.
Jones didn't get the start on the bottom that he needed to clear up with Eberhard. That's not going to give Eberhard the push he needs to get clear. Will he get clear? He does not. Alex Hill drives all the way up to the top of the track. Casey Sprinkle gives him room. I don't know how Casey didn't just hold the wheel and turn Alex Hill there. That was pretty bad. Ethan Eckert, it may catch on to this lead draft, but he's pretty far behind, and Harper's gaining positions right now. Ethan Eckert's championship hopes are really fading right now if he doesn't get the push that he needs.
Yeah, back in 28th position. He's going to have to go up. I don't know if he has damage from coming down pit lane. Far behind the pack, as you see. Oh, but here he goes. We're going to stay on board with him. Caution flag's going to fly. Ethan Eckert, he's hard on the brakes. He's going to drive through it as his championship hopes stay intact. And Nathan Harper's in the grass on pit lane. It might be a penalty for Nathan Harper. He's in pit lane. He's actually going to come to his box.
Looks like he's slowing down.
Championship implications here. Oh, wow. Massive damage over the right front. You could see the wheel well completely exposed. You see the tire. Nathan Harper. Massive damage. Ethan Eckert now tasting the title And Daniel Faulkingham, his chances have increased. Ethan Eckert in 25th. I mean, I got to go back. This is going to get tight. If Nathan Harper is back in 33rd, that means Daniel Faulkingham could catch Nathan Harper for sure. And Ethan Eckert, we're going to go back here. Watch this one. And here it is. Keep an eye. Nathan Harper there in the 4. I think it's going to start on the top. I mean, Merck getting pushed by Melikar off the turn. I'm not sure if Merck was reacting to Axel Smith. And there's the damage for Nathan Harper. And he comes right to pit lane. Big impact there to the right side. Ooh, wow, there goes the 7. Oh, wow, just another one here tonight. Go back and watch this one again. And the championship turned upside down here late. We knew it was a possibility. Keep an eye here on Jeff Merck. He gets the push here. Melikar's getting pushed by Sprinkle. And then, yeah, you know what? Merck just kind of gets loose off the front bumper. Not sure if it was anyone's fault. Could be a racing deal. You see Bazinez involved, Astronaut as well. But Nathan Harper tries to escape it, cannot do it. Ethan Eckert does. We'll go back live to the front. As you see there, Nathan Harper back on track in 31st position. And Ethan Eckert knows it now. Smells blood in 22nd. But I'll tell you what, he's in 22nd. Daniel Faulkingham in 7th. And Faulkingham has a chance. If Nathan Harper is slow, which he has a real possibility of being slow and finishing in the 30s, if Ethan Eckert gets caught up in something here late, especially on the last lap, Daniel Faulkingham, if he can win this race, I mean, that's 5 more points than second. I mean, that's an extra 5 points that can springboard him with a lap led as well.
Canceled out by Ethan Eckert's lap lead, but...
Well, the lap led, but just he can win the extra points, the 5 extra points. I believe 40, 35 is the second. Yeah, it's all still going to come down to Ethan Eckert kind of not finishing the deal here tonight, but I mean, he's in a danger zone.
I think he's got a shot for second. I think first is far-fetched. It's, you know, what, a 25-point gap. I don't think first is in the cards, but second definitely is in the cards. With Nathan Harper having that much damage, I think he's got a very good chance.
Yeah, and Eckert can't just kind of bail out of this. He's got to kind of stick in where he's at right now. He doesn't have to do too much, like you said, with the 25-point lead. I mean, for the most part, Daniel Faulkingham probably has to win the race. We know that. He's going to do everything he can to do that, and then obviously let the chips fall where they may. But
you got Malik Ray right there as well. He's 3 back for Faulkingham as well. So I mean, that's and Daniel Eberhard, who's 5 back of Malik. They're all right within each other. Max Dinda, I don't believe.
Yeah, he's in
really
18.
He's not very much in this fight. So I think Malik and Faulkingham have their best chance to jump to second place here if they can garner a good finish and Harper just maintains where he's at.
Well, nonetheless, a lot of drama here in these 4 race sprints, these mini championship series races, and I think in the future we'll hopefully tag a month that has 5 Thursdays in it, and we'll have maybe a 5 race stint. But these have been fun, I'll tell you that. A lot more to talk about and a lot more to race for these drivers. And some more money as well on the line. as Malik Ray, Jackson Byes teammates will start up here in the front. Eberhardt gets his teammate behind him once again. Michael Guest up here, I believe, probably a teammate as well of Byes as well as Ray. He's been methodical here tonight, but he's been up front here of late. He'll have he'll have Alex Hill behind him on the restart. Remember Axel Smith too? He comes in, 8th position here behind Ellis, Stein, and Eberhardt, but Axel Smith is giving him a shot as well tonight. Might not be enough, but he's gonna give it all he can as the pace car hits pit lane. The 8th caution flag of the night will come to an end. Ready to settle it here at Talladega to the restart zone is Malik Ray and Jackson Byes. Green flag back in the air.
5 to go sprint here, just like week 13 coming up on iRacing's official calendar. And big jump for Malik Ray, gonna go up in front of his teammate. Jackson Byes. He's got Michael Guest behind him. And Alex Hill there trailing behind them. Christopher Carter, first one to jump out 3 wide. But now the the middle line got to go all the way to the wall here, try and roll away from this bottom line.
Yeah, keep an eye on Ethan Eckert, 21st position at the moment behind Matthew Patton, but it's 3 wide in front of him. He's going to have to avoid any chaos that might ensue to hold on to this one, as he's just 9 spots now, actually 11, as Harper's starting to lose positions. Eckert's just got to hang on. He'll be your champion of the Mini Truck Series Championship. Malik Ray in a duel right now with, I believe, Daniel Eberhardt at the line. It's Malik Ray, 4 laps to go.
Oh man, a huge moment from Justin Melikar there in the middle line, able to save it. What a great save by Melikar. And another big save from Josh McCullough towards the back of the pack. The accordion is just stacking back and everyone getting wicked sideways. Malik Ray, Jackson Byes leading this outside line. Michael Guest left out to dry, but now Alex Hill in the picture with his former teammate Cody Nagels. Oh, there goes Dylan Jones.
Oh, Ethan Eckert. Ethan Eckert's involved. Ethan Eckert's going to hit the outside wall. Heavy damage.
Oh, he gets murdered.
Eckert might be done. Nathan Harper, let's see. Nathan Harper is going to get through this, but he still has a ton of damage. Malik Ray and Daniel Faulkingham, all of a sudden, still have a shot at winning this tonight. Unbelievable. Eckert and Harper are going to have to limp these trucks around on the green-white checker. Remember, just one of them. Let's keep an eye on them as we come around here to pit lane. Eckert's got to come. He's got massive wheel damage. Now, the question for Eckert, is it going to be required? Because if he has required, he's going to be stuck on pit lane. We're going to watch him come in. We'll go to the replay here shortly. What a big turn of events. Can Daniel Faulkingham or Malik Ray, hell, can Daniel Eberhardt steal this somehow? I know it could be still a little bit of a long shot, but wow, what a big difference this makes. It's also going to matter on these other drivers in this field who are able to finish on the lead lap. But here's Ethan Eckert. As here is Nathan Harper. Heavy favorites coming in with where they were at in points. And now it's time to see if they'll have a shot to finish. Ethan Eckert, you could see the left wheel exposed, as is Nathan Harper's right wheel. Remember, Nathan Harper already got some damage fixed. That was on the last caution. And let's keep an eye here on the 12, who is going to come to pit lane. As is Nathan Harper, because obviously he needs to as well. And Ethan Eckert going to come down pit lane. Heavy damage. And he will start getting that number 12 Verizon 5G machine repaired as much as he possibly can. And coming into his box as well It is going to be Nathan Harper doing the same. So as we keep an eye on them, let's go back here. Justin Melikar, sorry about the replay here.
And this is turning the championship on its head.
I can't believe it. I mean, I really didn't think they had a chance, and then I kind of thought maybe
Ethan's rolling
they did,
though.
but...
I thought Ethan was done. He is rolling. He's 25 positions behind Malik Ray, who is 28 positions out. So if Malik Ray wins and Ethan finishes where he's at now in 23rd, now he's in 23rd. Man, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be very close. Faulkingham as well. It's gonna be very close. Harper is the one who could spoil it all. He's also in pit road.
Yeah.
Ethan's destroyed in going back out there on the track. I think he just thinks he's gonna, if he gets track position, that it's gonna work out.
Man,
but we're in the final GWC.
Yeah,
I think you get as much damage as you possibly can repaired if I was those two. So I think Harper's in the best position here.
I mean, he's in the best position, no doubt, when it comes to him and Ethan Eckert. The problem is going to be how fast is he going to be when we go back green. Obviously, a wreck can favor these drivers because, it could cancel out some drivers in front of them. We could talk till we're blue in the face and go in circles, but really, until we see the final results here tonight, we are not going to know who is going to be champion. But I'll tell you one thing. Malik Ray, who's in the driver's seat to win the race, he's got one goal, and that's to get across that checkered stripe there first tonight. Faulkingham is going to start here on the high side in 6th. That's his goal. Those two right now. And obviously Daniel Eberhard as well, who's a little bit farther back. He's got a little bit tougher go because he came in about 7-8 points behind Faulkingham. So, it's going to be a lot harder for him. But, I mean, right now, Malik Ray, Daniel Faulkingham are just thinking, hey, give ourselves a shot and go win this race.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Malik Ray, Daniel Faulkingham, they got across this finish line first to have a shot here. And they need a little bit of misfortune from Ethan Eckert and Nathan Harper. Nathan Harper played it smart, got his car absolutely fully repaired. And Ethan Eckert did not do that. I think Harper in the best position to win now if these two don't get across the start-finish line first of Malik Ray and Daniel Faulkingham. But Malik Ray is in a great position. He's got a teammate to his outside. Malik definitely going to jump here, get up in front of Jackson Byes. But then you've got two teammates. You have Cody and Faulkingham behind there on the outside. So it's going to be a dogfight here to try and get one of these two trucks across the start-finish line first.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know, too, who's got the fastest lap of the race. That's an extra point. Most laps led, you get the +5. Ahead of, second with the 40 points. So, yeah, this is going to all come down to this here tonight. The last race, the Mini Truck Series Championship. It really, truly does come down to the last 2 laps of this little Mini Series pace car. To pit lane for the final time tonight. Malik Ray. He's got a shot at this one, as does the 39 of Daniel Faulkingham. But Jackson Byes, Cody Nagels, Alex Hill are hungry to the restart zone. Green flag back in the air.
Jump from Malik Ray, just like we talked about. He's going to come upstairs here whenever Jackson gets there. But he doesn't. There goes Alex Hill up. That's going to break up the teammates. Where does Alex go with this? He's going to push. Faulkingham going to block to the 3rd lane. Hangs out. Brian Hennings trying to wreck in turn 2, but they do not. Oh, trying to wreck on the bottom. Daniel Eberhard, he keeps it together with Axel Smith on the bottom. They really need to form up here on the bottom. They got to stay together, but Malik Ray in a great position.
Yeah, he is. I'm keeping an eye on the championship drivers. Nathan Harper in 24th. Ethan Eckert's plummeting through the field right now. He's just got too much damage. Back in 30th, he's most likely out of it. Malik Ray through the tribal side by side with 59 of KC Sprinkle. They're going to take the white flag here, this time by 1 lap to go to decide it.
Big block from Jackson Bice to the outside line, trying to protect Malik Ray. Rocky Boyd in the inside wall, further back, going to come up across the track. But here up top, Jackson Bice going to block Cody Nagels. Cody Nagels going to give a big shot to Jackson Bice. It's going to open up the door for Malik Ray to block to the high side. He side drafts to the top, goes all the way upstairs, gets a push from Jackson Bice. You have Michael Guest behind Cody Nagels. Cody really doesn't have a choice but to push Malik Ray to victory here. 4 wide, entering turn 3.
Michael Guest on the top right there. He's got a shot at this one too. The good thing for Malik Ray, he's got his teammate behind him. Nagels there in third. Eberhardt's going to go for a ride. He's out of it. A huge wreck, 1 up and over. He's wrecking into the fence. Bye's going to push. Oh, Cody Nagels comes down, gets into it with Sprinkle, and Malik Ray steals it at Talladega. And where did Nathan Harper finish? I think Nathan Harper's going to win the title. He takes 12th. Unbelievable. Nathan Harper, I believe, is your champion of the Mini Truck Series. Oh my God. Unbelievable last couple laps. Eckert's in 27th. Malik Ray, I thought for a minute he might have won the championship, but I believe Nathan Harper gained a lot of spots on that wreck that happened outside of turn 4. We'll look at it all shortly, but Malik Ray goes to victory lane with help from his teammate Jackson Bice. Nagels and Sprinkle didn't have a chance. These two just locked together. And Malik Ray will burn him down here for the Talladega faithful. What a finish tonight. And while we watch them celebrate on the track, we do have a champion tonight. I believe it's going to be Nathan Harper, but we're going to bring the race winner up in the booth first. It's Malik Ray. With the boys in the booth, you got a copy.
Yes, sir. How you doing, man?
Whew, man, I'm catching my breath. We thought for a minute, I mean, you and Daniel Faulkingham, and especially you there taking that last restart up in first, obviously winning the race. You had a chance at winning this title here tonight as far back as you and Daniel Faulkingham were. Ethan Eckert plummets, I believe, to the 30th here tonight. Him and Nathan Harper with trouble in this race. I mean, Nathan Harper for a second there was in 23rd on back, and it looked like he benefited from the last wreck. But you win the race here tonight. You might go all the way up to second in the points. Man, you almost stole the championship too. What was going through your mind? I'm sure you were thinking about that too with those two with all the trouble.
I was just trying to just stay up front, just trying to make sure that, I just kept my track position at the end there after pit stops. And because of my teammates, I was able to stay up front. So I appreciate all their help because, if it wasn't for them, I would have never been up front to begin with. So I appreciate all of them.
Yeah, we're watching the replay here. Nagel makes a move, but, he didn't have anyone behind him. He gets into it with Sprinkle there. And, yeah, like you said, Jackson Bice, a huge teammate to have in your back pocket. You two really are cohesive together. That main pack really breaks up there on that wreck out of turn 4 as Eberhardt goes for a spin. Man, what a wild race tonight. I know it looked like you rode in the back for quite a while, but man, you guys were watching some 4 wide for practically a good portion of the middle of this race tonight, man. Talk us through how chaotic it was.
It was super chaotic there at the end. I was just trying to stay in front of that because I know after pit stops, it's always, it can get crazy with the 3 and 4 wides. So I try to just, I just bide my time in the first 20 or so. And then, the last 30 is where I try to head up to the front. I try to do it cleanly, make sure I don't hit anybody and, and get in somebody else's trouble. And I was able to do that tonight.
And another win here in PGR as you add to the record book and might might be tough for anyone to catch you. Obviously, there's a couple drivers up there, but you've been rattling off more wins here than anyone else here since you've arrived, and another one here tonight, Malik. And man, before we let you go here tonight, anyone you want to thank or shout out?
I just appreciate all of my teammates and all of my sponsors. And my sponsors, I'm gonna name them off. Obviously, I have PGR eSports, which is you and Baker, and then I have Tent Solutions, which is Roger Shelton, and then I have Logitech and also JRM. And Fort Worth Screen Printing with John T. Garrett. I appreciate all you guys because all you guys helped me in my sim racing endeavors, and I appreciate our partnerships.
Well, man, we appreciate you as well racing here each and every week, man. Awesome to watch. A great battle here at the end. And another clean win here for Malik Ray. Tonight, we'll let Malik Ray go and celebrate that victory here tonight. And we'll bring in Cody Nagels. I don't see him up here just yet. Oh, I do see him. We'll bring in Cody Nagels. We'll let Matthew Baker take this one. It's the boys in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, Cody, talk me through that race. You kind of bided your time there early and then got up front towards the later half of the race. What was your mindset going into the race, knowing that you had a few teammates bidding for a championship?
Honestly, it was just to try to support D3 and Falk the best I could. Not being in on point or not like running for a championship or anything. I'm just out here to make a few bucks. If I am in position to win the race, obviously that's a plus. But there at the end, really, I was just trying to help Falk the best way I could. I believe he got trapped on the. No, he was behind me. I can't exactly remember how it worked out, but we got split up, and it kind of had to be every man for themselves because with how it is with everyone taking right rears there at the end. Where I was at, really, I just didn't feel like I had too much of a play to get anything other than what I had. I think an ideal situation might have been, I had Falk behind me initially. I think maybe if we were to get in front of Alex and just rip the bottom, that would have been ideal. But Alex obviously got mid, and then Falk got mid, and I ended up getting in front of Guest, and there was just not really a lot I could do as far as having a shot to win the race. After the wreck happened, especially, I had no help, and with Jackson and Malik up there, and it was just me and Casey, and there wasn't going to be enough momentum to do anything about it. So I'd say, all things considered, I got about as good of a position as I could have got.
Well, and it looked like a fun time throughout the entire race. I really enjoyed watching the four wide. Close to that win, but you get another podium finish, and we like to thank or shout out.
Yeah, I want to thank everyone at Nightmare for running. Want to thank you guys for putting on PGR and the race and everything. And I really, it's definitely a thankless job being RC. And I'm glad to see you back, and I'm glad to be back on the track. Want to thank Redline Racing Network, CCR Flying Aces. And again, just a special shout out to everyone that I was working with in the race. And sorry I couldn't really help Falk at the end anymore. But, with this draft package, I think it's a little bit difficult to, it's really, you think you have it figured out, and, one move later, and you've got to call an audible mid-run. So good run, nonetheless, by everyone on the team.
Thanks for talking to us, Cody.
Yep.
And hope to see you again.
Thank you.
I heard it there from your third place finisher tonight, Cody Nagels. We had Malik Ray, your race winner, up here. Now we'll get his teammate, the 33 of Jackson Buys, up here in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Well, it was a 1-2 finish for the team here tonight. Malik Ray nearly stealing the championship, but goes to victory lane. And, well, you get a second place finish here tonight, and a great last lap there as you guys were able to stay connected and stay ahead of Nagels, as well as Sprinkle, as the rest of the pack around you guys wrecked there coming outside turn 4. Walk us through how cohesive you and Malik Ray are together, because it seems like when you guys are linked up there in the closing laps, you're practically unbeatable.
Well, I think the easiest way to put it is a trust thing. I was just trusting Malik would take me around. I was basically driving out of my rear view and just kind of following the blue I was seeing in front of me. I didn't want to let Cody get to my right rear, so I was driving off the rear view and was just following the blue car around. And once I realized it was between us, I wanted to make a move, but I also didn't want to wreck us both. So I just kind of stayed in line there and gave it to him.
Well, it was a great job here tonight in that Dodge Ram. And, man, we were talking to Malik, too, about a lot of that four-wide racing. And if you were a part of it tonight, man, walk us through. You guys, quite a few laps here tonight, run under four-wide. I know we had some caution flags as well. But, man, some really good racing there and some of these green flag runs here tonight.
Well, for the most part, with computer problems and stuff I've been having over the past couple of weeks, I haven't really been able to run ISS. I haven't been home for some other races and haven't been running good in races. So tonight with the four wide, I started on pole. Didn't get the best start. I didn't expect the green to come out that early in the box. So from the get-go, there was really no hope of staying up front. So after the first caution came down, got an accidental black flag, but it actually kind of helped. We had to fix a little bit more with the computer. And from that point on, I was mainly just staying behind the four wide, staying out of the trouble and just avoiding everything really. But I mean, I didn't crash. It's about the best way to look at it.
Well, it was definitely an eventful night, but man, on the podium once again, second place. Great payday as well here on Thursday night with a full field. Jackson, before we let you go here tonight, anyone you want to thank or shout out?
I want to shout out Malik and giving me this chance to be on his team. About a year ago, I would have said you're crazy, but shout out to him for giving it to me. Shout out to everyone who's working on the team. We all worked really well together tonight. Only three of us cashed, but we all ran good. Shout out to y'all for broadcasting. Shout out to you for putting this up. I want to thank God. Shout out to my grandmother who will watch him. Yeah.
Well, Jackson, we appreciate you joining us here in the booth and racing here as much as you can. We appreciate it, man, and hopefully we're talking to you soon.
Yep, you too. Thank you.
That was Jackson Buys, your second place and runner-up finisher here tonight. But, man, what a night it was for the two that came in as your championship leaders. Ethan Eckert and Nathan Harper separated by only 3 points coming into this one. And, man, Ethan Eckert took it easy all night. Nathan Harper raced in the front. Two different agendas, but they all ended up at the same point. Chaos late, brought him to pit lane. Heavy damage for both. But Nathan Harper able to fix as much as he possibly could throughout the last couple of cautions there, part of the second to last one. And guess what? A big wreck there outside turn number 4. He's able to come from the 20s and finish all the way up in 12th. And according to the standings, he is your winner of the Craftsman Trucks Mini Championship Series. Nathan Harper, it's the boys in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Man, you know what? You just tell us, because it was a roller coaster ride there for you. And for a second, it looked like Malik Ray might snatch the championship from either yourself or Ethan Eckert, but you're able to survive the chaos on the last lap, get your car up to where it needs to be, and I believe finish 9 points clear. Malik Ray, who finished as a runner-up here tonight. Man, tell us about that, because that's what you were obviously racing for tonight.
Yeah, I was racing for that tonight. I wasn't really thinking about cashing. I was more thinking about just staying alive. I was semi-aggressive, passive-aggressive, whatever. Yeah, I just wanted to just stay alive and finish good. And I mean, I think winner takes 225. So I mean, I was kind of looking at the bigger picture. But yeah, when that wreck happened, I was on the bottom and I didn't steer clear enough of it, and I got steering damage. And luckily I was at pit road, and I was like, well, I might as well go down pit road. And thank God I didn't have a meatball. Went down pit road on that caution, got maybe minute 40 whatever damage, and then rode in the back. I was way off the pace, and then I think the caution after that, I got it down to maybe 230 left, and then just rode in the back, and I was like, well, my only shot is if they all wad them up. And what did we do all night? We wadded them up. So I was like, okay, well, I just just see what happens. And then I don't know if you showed it on the broadcast, but the way I shot through the wreck, I mean, I was bailed out by netcode, so I might be the luckiest man alive. But my right front probably should have been ripped off more. But hey, we got bailed, but we'll take it.
Hey, you'll take it, man. It's been an eventful month here in the month of May. We're going to turn the page next week to the next-gen car for a 4-race battle as well. These mini championship series, Nathan, really bringing a little bit of a different drive for some of the guys out there. It looked like you said, yourself, you were thinking about that. So was Ethan Eckert. Guys had a couple different agendas. You had guys out there racing for just cash positions. So tell us about those mini series. It's new to here to PGR in the last couple months. How are you enjoying them so far?
Well, shoot. I mean, the ARCA one, I finished second, and this one
Yeah,
I
buddy.
won. So I might like it.
Yeah.
But PGR, every week we count stats. Wins and podiums. And that's the goal, I think, for this is to either get a podium, win, or bust. Well, podium or bust. But with the mini championship, I think that gives you something else to race for.
Yep.
And throwing in a skill track, I mean that I'm not really the best at them, but it's something different,
Yep.
But I like it. I mean, it's 4 races, be consistent and more payouts. So I like it. It's a different thing we have going on.
Well, put it this way, 2 mini championship series here in quarter number 2, and you're the highest averaging finishing driver between the two. So we'll see what you can do here in the month of June coming up. Nathan, before we let you go, who would you like to thank out or thank and or shout out here tonight?
Yeah, I'll shout out the Nightmare eSports. I think 2 of them cashed tonight. We obviously with that wreck happening, I was like, well, I mean, that, part of the race is done, but I'm pretty sure they'll go up there and, maybe win, get the job done. You guys for broadcasting this and everyone showing up tonight.
Well, we appreciate it, Nathan, and go enjoy this big championship here tonight. We'll see you in the month of June as you go for the next gen title. Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
A big championship win for Nathan Harper. A big race win for Malik Ray as he sits on top of the scoring pylon here at Talladega. Jackson buys tonight. Malik's teammate finishes in second. Cody Nagels, your third place finisher on the podium. Casey Sprinkle nearly gets the job done, finishes in fourth. Freddie Bazinas tonight in fifth. It's Daniel Faulkingham in sixth. Chase Mistretta, seventh. Axel Smith tonight in eighth. Brian Hennings, ninth. And rounding out your top 10, it's Evan Carlbon. In 11th here tonight, it's going to be Grant Rashidi. Nathan Harper, the champion in this mini-series, is 12th. Landon Velicky tonight, 13th. Michael Guest, man, he was up front late, falls back to the 14th position. In 15th tonight, it's going to be James Waring. Larry McDonald, 16th. Max Dinda, 17th. And Hunter Hastings in 18th. In 19th tonight, it's Miles Bagley. David Flanagan finishes in 20th. And 21st, it's Christopher Carter. Alex Hill, 22nd. Matthew Patton, 23rd. Daniel Eberhardt, the third in 24th. Carson Freeman, 25th. Brock Westmoreland, 26th. 27th tonight, it's Ethan Eckert as he falls just short in third place in the championship. Stephen Miles, a 28th place run. Justin Melikar, 29th. Rounding out your top 30, it's Joshua McCullough. Rocky Boyd finishes in 31st. Man, what a night for him. He just cannot catch a break. Jude Rand, 32nd. Dylan Jones, 33rd. Trevor Ashmanoff in 34th. Tucker McClendon, 35th. John Ward goes out early with the DQ, 36th. Jeff Merck has trouble. He finishes 37th. Jacob Booth tonight, 38th. As Gordon Spain, 39th in the 39 truck field here at Talladega. Well, that's a wrap here for the Craftsman Truck Mini Championship Series, won by Nathan Harper. Malik Ray, your race winner, he adds to that record book here tonight, and an event-filled month of May as we turn our calendar next week to Next Gen over at Daytona, and it's sure to be a good one. Well, from the boys up here in the booth, Matthew Baker, myself, Michael Triscaro, and the whole team here at PGR, we'll see you next time. Have a good night.